Welcome back to Las Vegas for our coverage of the GAMA Trade Show 2016. I'm Eric Summerer here with Peter Vaughn from Breaking Games. Peter, you've got a couple of titles to show us today.
Absolutely. We got a lot of fun stuff cooking. We have, just to go over the past games, we have Letter Tycoon, Game of 49, Boomtown Bandits, all those kind of games. And we've got a really fun lineup coming. So I just want to talk about a couple of those.
Sure.
Okay, so for the birds, just really cute art.
These are adorable.
Yeah, everyone, you have 6 birds and you have 6 action cards. And so it plays 3 to 6, a good family game. What you're doing is you've got a board with coordinates. It's a tree, okay? And you're rolling either the D8 or the D10 depending on the number of players. And you're placing your birds on that board, trying to get 4 in a square or 4 in a row.
Okay.
Easier said than done. Crows are going to be landing in there to bump you off. Hawks are going to be landing in there. There's a pecking order. So if you're playing, you have a pecking order on me, and I have a pecking order on the next person. So if Tom's over here, I got a pecking order on him. When a crow lands, if it knocks you into me, then you knock me somewhere down the line, and we could play sort of a sliding. We're flying out of the tree if you get blocked. So there's it was on Tabletop Deathmatch, and it's really great. And Breaking Games saw it and saw the potential and said, we got to put this game out, get it out there big. It was on Kickstarter, but now a full massive release.
Okay, and these look like custom D10s because you've got some symbols on here.
There is a crow on the black die and a hawk on the brown die, which allows that player to have the easy part of the game is you just roll 2 dice and then place a bird or play a card. That's it.
Okay.
And when you roll a crow or a hawk, you have the choice of taking that strategic action instead of placing one of your birds.
How soon do we see For the Birds?
It looks like Origins is likely.
Okay.
So that'll be fun to launch it there.
Excellent.
And then we're thinking about a nice aviary at Gen Con. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. King's Abbey.
King's Abbey, another Kickstarter, really did well. It's a worker placement game that I recently played when I came on board. And it's got a little Stone Age, a little Agricola. It's got, your workers are dice monks.
And you get these little mini meeples.
And those are peasants. And they are the tiniest meeple I've seen. They're very small. And you put them in the pews here. They actually have to work their way up to the altar, get baptized, so they can work your buildings.
Okay.
And you've got an abbey that you're trying to build for the king. And over 7 rounds, where the darkness of the Dark Ages you're creeping in. You got Vikings attacking you. You've got crusades you can go on. And you're managing, it's a ton of stuff. But what's nice about it? It's super smooth. You know the goals the whole time. You know that the darkness is creeping in, and you've got the time to manage those resources. So you can feed your people, and you could get your peasants on, and you could tell your monks you need to defend the Abbey right now. There's a lot in this one. And the nice thing is it dials up really well. You can add patron saints or relics and lots of deep stuff. The designer, big fan of the Dark Age, big fan of that historical time period, and he's got expansions planned too. So we're really excited about this one.
Excellent. And how far away is this?
This one is probably around the same time frame. But we've actually, the Kickstarter sold so well, we were pretty much out of copies. We're going to reprint it. Okay. And that's going to be probably another like a Gen Con landing time frame.
Excellent. Anything else to talk about today?
Yeah, we've got another one out here called Aura. I definitely want to make sure we mention that one because it's got...
Move the birds out of the way of Aura.
Aura is a game where you've got 5 different colors, and each one trumps another one, and you're holding your hand, and the backs reveal what colors you have to come.
Right.
Okay. Your deck, everyone's got the same symmetrical deck, and your deck is your life. So at the end of the game, it's however how much, or if your score, if you're trying to introduce, a casual game with your family into it, you just say, listen, your deck is your score, and as you play cards, you're trying to knock cards out of the other person's deck. And so it's extremely simple. The cards are 1 through 8 with a wild and a special action. And in the rules, you can take that special action out of the game, so you can introduce people. It's like everyone knows, 8 beats 7, but there's the trump color involved. So in the game, if you're allowed to play either all of one color or individual or unique colors, so 1 red, 1 green, and then 1 blue.
Gotcha.
And everyone else who is defending that turn has to play cards to decide what they're blocking out of this. Any cards you let through is a card that gets discarded. Like I said, that's important. That's your life. Except for you could choose if you want it off the table, out of your hand, or off the deck. So it's extremely strategic in terms of how you want to play Aura. And also what's neat is you play 2 rounds. The Aura card itself sits on the bottom, which means that when someone hits their aura card, they shuffle and then they play what's left, which means you are actively deciding what's in your second round by what you discard.
Right.
So there's a really great strategic game here.
Okay.
The designer's actually a big Magic and Hearthstone player, and he's hoping to just get that kind of those kind of mechanics into a casual game.
Right.
Be able to play with your family and have everyone figure it out.
And what sort of box is this going to be published in?
This is like a, it's actually, we were debating between a small box, but we're going to go more for the birds. It's like a, 10 by 10 to make it feel big on a shelf, so their families will find it.
And we'll see that when?
And that one also looks like Origins.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're a busy summer for you.
Yes. I could go into all the fall as well, but I thought I'd just start here, and then we'll just keep making more games.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining us
Thank
today.
You. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching.